Hello guys and gals, it's John, also known as Magnum here, Somerset, Kentucky. Today I get to try my first meal cold weather. Menu number 8, spaghetti with meat sauce. I had a friend who was supposed to send me a nice little old brown mag MRE for me to review. Um, he did, and he sent this. And he said what he calls Christmas crack. It is some of the best Chex Mix you've ever seen. Also, some Korean crab chips. Now, I'm going to tear into these today when I do the review. If this review comes out, please understand, I have been having some camera issues. I'm hoping I've got them worked out. I had trouble a few minutes ago just even starting this. So, Brother Fernbark, who was nice enough to donate that to me, plus all the other extras, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll do something nice for you one of these days. I've never had MCW. Now, part of the difference between a meal cold weather and an MRE, most of you know, but I'm also teaching some people at work a little bit about this hobby of mine and ours. Okay, the MRE, meal ready to eat, doesn't need water other than the drinks. It's ready to eat, doesn't have to be heated. Okay, MCW is slightly different, excuse me. MCW is like a long-range patrol. You have to add water to the main. Hot water preferred, especially since this one's spaghetti sauce. There are several different versions of it, chicken tetrazzini, clam chowder. There's a couple of new versions I've seen the reviews on YouTube here in the last little while. I forget what they are right now, but this is menu number 8, spaghetti with meat sauce. Now, that helps me sort of identify the year. Spaghetti with meat sauce in the MCW is also menu number 6. Most of the reviews I've seen were menu number 6. I did find one, menu number 8, and there's one item in here I'd really like to try if this is the same one. Other than just one or two items, they're all basically the same. But it is freeze dried. It lasts a whole lot longer than what the retort pouches do on a regular MRE. So, these have no date code on the outside, but when I tear into it, I think I can get a pretty good idea, and I've got a pretty good idea right now within just a couple of years. Oh, also, for this meal, there will be an MRE spoon in there. I'm going to use my tactical sport from Argentina at forwardmre.com. And to open this package. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I won a little prize package from a gentleman by the name of Glenn. Apple, stump, bushcraft, and things. I now have enough accessory packets and other food to start a second box. But I love the coffee, I love the Tabasco, everything he sent, and I love this knife. I have it open. Number one, I've got arthritis in my hands. That's why I tend to use assisted openers. This is an old style pattern. A lot of the old case patterns, like the Trapper, the Muskrat, the Canoe, Stockman, Cattleman, Peanut, and 100 more I used to know. One blade on this little item confused me. And after talking to Glenn, he said, well, you've got the can opener back here, which I knew. Or excuse me, the bottle opener back here, flathead screwdriver, punch awl, the knife blade. That is a modified can opener. Okay. Since I don't have no cans today, I don't guess I'll try it. However, I do have a package to open, and if arthritis will let me, I'm going to close these down, open that very, very sharp blade up, and close the little can opener. I checked it to see how sharp it was, and there's no need for me to even. Oops, I hope I didn't go too deep there. Oh. This is, I don't think I have to tell you, all I'm doing is just laying that knife there. I absolutely am putting no pressure at all. Look at that. Is that awesome or not? Thank you, Glenn. Helps out the bushcraft. Now, I may, along the way, call it apple tree bushcraft. I don't know why. Probably because I'm sitting here, well, if it wasn't dark, I'd be looking out my deck and looking at 2 oak trees and an apple tree. And for some reason, I want to say apple tree instead of apple stump. I thank you for all the gifts. I thank you for allowing me to participate in your drawing. And the number of your subscribers will grow immensely. I believe that with all my heart. Everybody on this little thing we do, ration review community, everybody's will grow. It's becoming very popular, and I am so glad to hear that. Okay, let's see what's in this bag from Fernbark at Morningwood. We have Type 2 Dairy Vanilla Shake. Find the right place to do it where you can read it. And oh yeah, we're looking at a 2018. That's what I thought, because the older ones were a menu 6, not a menu 8 like this one is. Okay, very vanilla shake. This newer one, no problem. Now back between 2006 and, in theory, 2010, they did have a recall on these. The newer ones are not affected. However, I have seen people got sick off of as late as 2011 and right on the borderline of 2012. So if you have an earlier dairy shake, you might keep that in mind and look up the dates. It's not hard to do. Also in this ration we have, what do we have? We have, that's what I was wanting. The other menu 8 I had, or I watched the review on. Soup, noodles and ramen, chicken flavor. I have never had a soup in this type of package, and I'm absolutely wanting to. Set that here. Okay, we also have the freeze-dried main. Very, very freeze-dried and vacuum-packed. Spaghetti with meat sauce. And there are instructions on it, and nutritional information is here, but you're not going to see it the way that little package is scrounged up. But by it being that tight, that is going to be one good ration. It's going to be perfect. It will not be spoiled. We have a pack of raisins. I'm glad it does not say osmotic. There's something about the osmotic fruits in these rations, the MREs, the MCWs, that leave an aftertaste in my mouth. Nobody else can taste it but me, but it leaves an aftertaste. So I'm glad they're just regular raisins. We also have accessory pack, and we'll tear into that in a minute. We have milk chocolate, M&Ms. New as it is, I expect not a whole lot of collateral damage, and they all pretty well feel in one piece. Awesome, 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 awesome. We have the MRE spoon, which I probably won't use except to stir drinks because I have Arteninas. Last but not least, we have a beverage, and I'll either get it too far away or not, or too close, or get the glare on it. Beverage base orange type 3. Now I didn't know exactly what was in this, so I've got several cups, glasses, and everything set aside. So I'm going to put it on pause for a minute and just try to regroup here. Now I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back after doing a little bit of work on my meal, and I figured out half of the mistakes that I done before I shut it off. We never did go into the accessory pack. To save time, I went ahead and added boiling water to the fill line on the chicken ramen noodles. I have shaken several times, and I assure you that is boiling water. My hands are feeling it right now, so it's hard to shake, so I'm just going to let it set aside. The cold water for the vanilla dairy shake has been also manipulated for quite some time, and we're just going to let it be on standby. I've not added water to the spaghetti yet, which I should have. And it says 16 ounces of water. I am going to, I was too far away from the camera. That was a nice hiss. I am not going to add 16 ounces off screen. I'm going to add about 14 or 15. Some of the freeze-dried ones, if you go exactly by the direction, you're going to end up with soup. Now, I don't know about you. If I want soup, I want soup. I don't want spaghetti turned into soup or the other menus. And I'm also going to crunch this up so the water can get down a little bit. And I'm going to add some water off camera, and I'll be right back, and we'll talk just a little bit more. Okay guys, I'm completely out of rhythm on this meal because number one, it's first meal cold weather I've ever had. I'm excited it was given to me by a gift. I'm also excited of the gift of the knife and all the stuff I got from Apple Stunt But Scrap. Dairy shake is working. Had a little zip top pouch. Soup is working. Had a little zip top pouch. Spaghetti did not, so we're going to go old school. Use clothespin on it. It was shaken and then mixed, and once again, I assure you the water is very, very hot. Now let's open the accessory pack. Very shortly you will hear a ding go off, which is the microwave, because I thought I had enough water for everything, and I got thinking. I forgot about the coffee, if there were any, and right off the top, Bill's Brew Instant Coffee, made in Texas. That's a new one on me. Okay. We also have non-dairy creamer. We have hot sauce, should we need it. That is to be determined. I'll set that to the side. Matches, damp climate, and the white tip. Set them to the side. Sugar, I will use. Now, most of these reviews, I say just for the sake of the review, I'm going to add sugar and creamer. A lot of the times, I don't know what the actual coffee tastes like because I didn't try it first. Number one, I do use sugar. Number two, I don't use a lot of creamer. And most of us pretty well know how that works, so I think I'm just going to do the coffee first and then add some sugar to it. Hope y'all understand that. Wet wipe, moist towelette. Not a matter of if I'm going to need it, it's when I'm going to need it, as messy as I am. Same as for the John Wayne ration paper. Can be used for napkins or the bodily functions. Keep it close by. Last but not least, chiclets. And we'll put them over here at the side just for a few minutes. And give me just a second. Microwave went off. I'm going to go get my hot coffee and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm slowly getting organized. Unfortunately, it's in the reverse order. Okay. Let's see. Normally, I put my coffee in my foreignmre.com. This time, I decided to put the ramen in it. And anybody that's a fan of the SEC knows the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Go Cats. So my coffee will go in that one this time. And first of all, just let's knock coffee down a little bit so I don't make any more messes than what I already have. And off camera, that has been numerous. Trust me. Okay. Coffee in. And I've never had that brand of coffee before. Sort of curious about it. Much like the rest, I'm sure it's basic instant coffee, but I've just never had that brand before, and some actually do have better flavor than the others. So let's try just a sip. Not bad. I hate to use the generic term. Tastes like instant coffee to me, but that's what it does. It's not bitter. It's not weak. It's actually a decent instant coffee. I think I will add some sugar though. And use our MRE spoon that was included with this MCW. Let it set to the side just a minute. And now what everybody's been wondering about. Let's see how well John reconstituted the main. Spaghetti with meat sauce. Now, do I have soup? Or did I not add enough and had dry pockets that I'll have to mix in? Or did I do it about right? If you do put too much water in and it does turn soup, you can drain it out, but you are draining part of the flavor out with it. So most people tend to go just a little bit less, see what it looks like, add a few drops, see what it looks like, add just a little bit more. And most of the time you can find the consistency. It's the same way with oatmeal or muesli or anything else. Just, you got to make it how you want to. Now, and this thing is still ungoshly hot. I'm going to pour port over that. Port. Bleh, try that again. That's easy for you to say. Pour part of this out and whoop. Well, actually I poured it all out. That was not, so I may not have hardly added enough water. We shall find out here in a second. Stir my orange drink. I'm sorry my hand's in the way of the camera, but I only got two hands and one camera, and it's hard to split the difference and let y'all see what it looks like. So, okay, that's good. Not real weak, not real strong. That's actually got a good flavor to it. Little sip of the dairy shake, as you can see, thickened up nicely. With clumps. Still tastes good though. Tastes perfectly fine. Apparently I did not shake it as long as I should have. We do have clumps. Ramen noodles. Let's get some juice out of the bottom. Aha, got it just over the plate in time. And let's see what this tastes like. That's the one I was wanting. That, friends, is better than the store-bought ramen noodles. Ramen, however you prefer to say it, I call it ramen. Has more of a chicken flavor, good texture. Little pieces of carrots and other vegetables mixed in with it. That's really quite good. Raisins. I wish you could see how fresh these are. They disintegrate. They are that fresh. Soft as can be, good taste. Glad they weren't osmotic. Like I said, they do leave me an aftertaste. So that's as fresh as it gets. M&M's, no brokens, fresh as can be. We know this is about a 2017, 2018 meal. That's what I expect from it. Tastes like M&M's to me. Now, the main spaghetti with meat sauce. That's good. Actually has a little bit better taste than the canned pasta that I'm used to. And yes, I should have added just a little bit more water. Some of the pieces are crunchy, but it's still quite delicious. Go back to my coffee after I've added the sugar. Excellent. And another side order. Boy, I keep stuttering like a fool tonight. Another side item that Fernbark and Morningwood sent me is a product of Korea, and they are crab chips. Renee, I'm sorry we didn't think about that when we were going through all that Chex Mix and Christmas crack that he sent us, but I'm going to have to open it now just to satisfy myself. Once again, Glenn, Apple Stump, Bushcraft, thank you for the knife. Greatly appreciated. And Mr. Fernbark, let me get my first impression of this aroma. Well, despite the fact that it's seafood, there's not a whole lot of aroma to it. And that is what they look like. Let's see about the taste. Now that does definitely have seafood taste. It's not overpowering. That's not too bad. If y'all go to Red Lobster, oh, the little fried clams that you get, that's exactly what it puts more in my mind of fried clams than it does crab. Just a hint of sweet to it. Fernbark, that is awesome. Renee, I don't know if there's going to be any of them left after opening it by the time you got over here, but we should have done it that day. Them are good. Wow. I had doubts on that. Good Lord, I could sit here and eat a... That is awesome. That tastes just like fried clam strips. I kid you not. Let's see, I think we tried... let's go ahead. I don't know what kind of hot sauce this is. Let's put a little bit in on spaghetti. Ingredients. Acid, cayenne, red peppers, vinegar, salt, garlic, and Diamond Crystal Brands Incorporated, Savannah, Georgia. New brand of hot sauce. I like it. So, first of all, let's just see what it tastes like. See if it's like Tabasco flavored or some of the other brands. That is Tabasco with more vinegar. It's not that hot. It's a pleasant heat. There is definitely more vinegar in this than the Tabasco brand. And considering most of Tabasco is vinegar, that surprises me. I taste more vinegar than I do heat. Let's see what that tastes like. Oh wow. As Emerald would say, that kicked it up a notch. That's good. It was good before, but it's better now. My coffee. Oh, my orange drink. Exceptional. Dairy shake. Despite my poor mixing. Delicious. I just said what I did about the crab chips, and yeah. You know, this meal, wait a minute, get a few raisins, a few M&Ms. Uh-oh. Dog's almost got one. They're both sitting under my feet right now. Ramen. My first attempt at an MCW, thank you Fernbark, was a 10 out of 10. With the addition of those chips, that is about 11 out of 10. I don't know how to grade that. These little things are awesome. I swear they are. Renee, I'm sorry I'm eating them all, but if we can find a specialty market close, we'll go find some. Them are awesome. I figured they'd be so strong you couldn't eat them, but that's the, doggone it, that's dang near perfect. Fernbark, you sent me the brown bag I asked for. You sent this as a gift, along with some other Christmas items. Most have been shown here. I ain't saying all of them have, but thank you so much for this. Glenn, Apple Stump, Bushcraft, thank you for, yep, you're going to get cleaned up again. For the knife and all of your gifts that you sent me. I appreciate that greatly. I love this little knife. And that is one heck of an edge on one just to be factory. And I'm not blowing smoke up your you know what. That is awesome. Let's see. Meal was good. Art Nina, Sport, coffee mug. Great place to go get foreign MREs. Have several countries now, and have had several new ones of the same countries come in, new meals, different variations in the last couple of weeks. Go check them out. Class Act, free shipping. And the tray I'm using, thank you, Ben and Candy. Animal free MRE. I did not say .com this time. And that's another one of my habits. I keep saying animalfree.com. I apologize, but as long as I mention your name, I don't think you're going to be too mad at me. So I'm going to finish this up. I want to finish eating, and like I said, I've got two dogs under my feet that's smelling everything that's up here. So I think we're going to kind of close this thing down. Just finish my meal, and I'm behind on getting somebody to watch on the live stream. I'll get there in just a few minutes, and once this uploads sometime between the year 2020, the way my computer works, well, hopefully y'all enjoy this, and hopefully it took. I wish you peace. Somerset, Kentucky, John, also known as Magnum.